Hello, Upstrong, your movie madman, and I'm back. And today we're talking about a release from 2019, which for some reason has only just been released this year in the last couple of weeks. Who knows? Don't know. Maybe it took a while to get this out, but cool. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Cruel. Cruel, eh? The very exciting film that contains the horrible bitch from the Maze Runner films, as well as the sniper from Saving Private Ryan. If you remember that guy, you guys remember Barry Pepper? Do ya? Probably not. It's got a nice slip cover, which is cool. So we're gonna take that off, and we're gonna take the plastic off. So, for those of you that don't know what this film is about a hurricane that hits a town, and this girl gets stuck in the town that is basically full of water, and then these alligators turn up, so she's stranded in her own house, full of water, with alligators swimming around. Pretty tense, right? Pretty tense. Does really well considering how shite the film actually sounds. It's actually pretty good. The ending could have been a little bit longer. It finished a bit too quickly, which was one of the only things that was a letdown. I think the film finished very quickly, but that doesn't matter. The point of the film was over by then, so it's fine in my books. Let's have a look inside, shall we? See what the disc looks like. Oh, I like that. Nice different artwork on the disc there. It's nice that, isn't it? It's nice when you get different artwork on the disc. They haven't even taken the front cover and put it on the disc. They've actually made the disc different. That's good, isn't it? One thing you might have noticed is that there's no Blu-ray in this one, so it's going to be an interesting review for you, because I can't watch the Blu-ray and then say, the 4K disc looks better than the Blu-ray, although it probably does anyway. But I know what I can do for you. I do have it on my Google Play account, so I'm gonna watch parts of the HD on my Google Play account. So it's still like watching the Blu-ray, isn't it? I'll watch some of that. I'll put in the 4K disc as well, and I'll watch some of that, and I'll come back and I'll be like, that looked really good. Or I'll be like, no, that was shit. Don't worry, don't bother with that one. But yeah, as always, I'll be back in a minute. Well, that was very interesting, I'll tell you that much. I had a little look on my HD file of Cruel on Google Play, watched like the first 2 or 3 minutes of the film, skipped through it to some of the darker bits as well, just to see, because I know there's a lot of this that's obviously set inside a house with no lights on, so there is a lot of darker scenes in there. So I had a look at some of the darker scenes in HD as well, just to see how they looked. And then I'll put this in. First thing that I saw was that the display menu of the disc looked absolutely awful. The picture on the display menu looked like something they'd taken off of a video, and straight away I just thought, oh wow, if this film looks that bad, I'm going to be sending it back to Amazon. But then pushed play. The first thing I noticed was that sound. The sound on this disc is incredible. It might have been because I was sat right in front of my sound bar, but the sound on this disc is so good. I'll tell you that now. And I've only got a sound bar and a subwoofer, but that sound that hit me straight away. I was very surprised how good that sound was. So it's one of the first times I've actually noticed a big difference between the HD sound and the Dolby Atmos as well. Maybe I'll have to sit next to my speaker a bit more often. Picture wise, now let's get onto the picture wise side of things. Now, Paramount have started doing this thing where they just release the 4K disc. They did the same with Scream 2022, the new one. They've done it with this. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of other Paramount releases that have got just the 4K disc in there as well. Not quite sure why they do that. I mean, to be fair, if you're buying the 4K disc to watch the Blu-ray, then you might as well just buy the Blu-ray. But I find that it's really handy having the Blu-ray in there as well, because then people can buy it in 4K if they haven't got a 4K player just yet, but they're thinking about getting one, and you can still watch that Blu-ray until you've got the 4K player and the 4K setup, and then you've got it there already. Win-win as far as I'm concerned. But obviously they thought it's already out on Blu-ray, probably don't need to release it on Blu-ray again, so they just released it in 4K. I don't know, I don't work for Paramount, who knows, but picture wise the HDR in this was absolutely awesome. From the opening shot I was just like, wow, those colours literally poke me in the eyes, which was good. I love being poked in the eyes by colours. Best thing to poke you in the eyes, colour. I then skipped to some of the darker scenes to see how the darker scenes compared to the HD, and it did still look better, so boom, go with that. Everything on the inside with the lights off, you can still see what's going on, so that's great. You've got to love that. You got a dark picture but you can still see the details on the picture too, so that's all good. If you like alligators, if you like thrillers, if you like a lot of water, if you like the horrible bitch from the Maze Runner who can't decide if she's a good guy or a bad guy, even I think in the last scene she still hasn't decided if she's a good guy or a bad guy, probably because she's a girl. Yep, and you got the sniper, like I say, Barry Pepper from Saving Private Ryan. He's in this as well. Two good actors. Good actors. I like to think. Good actors. I'm not an actor, so I couldn't compare it to my acting, but good actors. A good film. If you like a nice, simple thriller about alligators chasing you around your house, boom, this is just for you. If you don't like films like that, I wouldn't watch it. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. That's it for today. I'm going to poo off because I've got stuff to do, like more of these videos. I'll be back again soon. I hope you liked that. If you could click on that thumb, I'd appreciate that. If you could subscribe to this channel, I'd appreciate that as well. And I will see you again in my next video. Okay? Goodbye.